global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. It has begun already. The coalition is beginning to sense the first turbulent moment. Many Nigerians believe that they would be able to pull up all the strings needed to be able to marshal a strong front. But let's find out the double game being played ahead of the ticket or the primaries. But before we go into the newspaper to find out, please subscribe to our channel, like, share and comment. Now, according to the news, there is a serious scheming among top politicians in the coalition over the choice of presidential candidate for the 2027 election. Facts have emerged regarding the decision of some prominent politicians to withdraw from the arrangement after findings show that Atiku's camp is planning an underground operation that may conflict with the wishes of others, potentially affecting the purpose of the coalition in 2027. Sources within his camp have also revealed that Atiku may likely adopt the Social Democratic Party (SDP) as its official party to run in 2027. Another source confirmed that the latest development revealing that some politicians are already scheming to hijack the party, while the likes of Peter Obi and Rufai have vowed to pull out of any underground moves. Atiku is part of the coalition and they have serious plans of ADA, that's ADA. If ADA does not work, they will settle for SDP. But Atiku's camp is already playing smart games, which is annoying. Not only annoying, it's also annoying Peter Obi and Rufai's camp, threatening to pull out, a source told our reporter. Meanwhile, efforts to register All Democratic Alliance, which is ADA, are becoming frustrating over the response and conditions of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). This has led some politicians within the party to be pointing accusing fingers to the Electoral Commission. The Independent National Electoral Commission, as INEC, has said that there is no shortcut to the registration of any political party in the country. Sam Olumekun, the National Commissioner and Chairman Information and Voter Education Committee for INEC, said that despite the frenzy from the rumored report of the registration of the All Democratic Alliance (ADA), that's ADA, that's All Democratic Alliance (ADA), said the party is yet to meet the requirement for the process. Now, speaking during an interactive session with journalists in Abuja as at Tuesday, Olumekun said INEC has received several letters of intent to register one political party or the other. But he, however, noted that not one has met the requirement which is needed to proceed to a formal registration application process. The truth is that we have so many letters of intent presently and none of them is an application yet. They must first meet the criteria before submitting a letter of intent, Olumekun said. My colleague is in the house. These are the underground moves that the likes of Yusuf Dati Ahmed has said. Now, being that already the coalition is failing before it is even kicking off, the likes of Atiku's camp are looking at the situation where if they don't get ADA ready and if they don't get the ticket, the ticket they need, they already have SDP waiting for them to move in. What a take in this latest development. Here, Peter Obi is here, coming genuinely as a true transparent man. Mr. Rufai already threatening to pull out. This is not what he expected. And Tinubu is at the corner just smiling. What's a take?
Well, I was expecting this. Why? Because the problem is traceable. The problem was already described analogically by Dati Ahmed. That's the former VP of Labour Party. He said, who's going to be the Buhari and who's going to be the Tinubu? That's the problem of the coalition. The coalition, unfortunately, is a bunch of very selfish persons who are so eager to take power. And unfortunately, just like it has been clearly stated, Atiku Abubakar is hitting 80 years by 2027, which means he's going to kickstart. If he wins the election, he's going to be he will be starting off on a foot of an old man. Whether you like it or not, you can't tell me when you were 60 you are going to be as smart as, or you are 80 years and you're going to be as smart as 60. That's not true. You understand? So for me, Nigerians believe that he should accept the fact that his time is over. Atiku Gibe said that if the husband will go in for presidency, she would not support him. Reason being that his time has long passed. This is a new generation. There must be leadership change in the new generation. It is their turn. You must allow them, to rule themselves. And we will be possibly at the advisory board, just, watching them and correcting them if they go against the norm of democracy than for you to be at the forefront. Peter Obi had even promised that the reason why he may not go again for leadership is in 2031 because he will be an old man as at then. Jumping around won't be possible again. And that's why we're seeing a country in this situation we are seeing it. Bola Tinubu does not know what is happening in this country, whether you like it or yes. He doesn't have the brain to contain the kind of stress that this country will put on him. And that's why there are some persons who are remote controlling events around this country. When it is the best, that's when they let him know. When the pressure is much and Nigerians want to see the president speak, that's when he's been told of what is happening in this country. That's exactly what is going on. And we do not want a repeat of that. Whether you like it or not, Atiku Abubakar is an old man. He doesn't deserve to sit in that position. Unfortunately, what I mean, he doesn't deserve...
1 minute. If you say he doesn't deserve it, what would you say about Buhari? Tinubu that's sitting there. If a Tinubu can sit there, if a Buhari can sit there, why can't an Atiku sit there?
It means we are going to recycle the same problem again. Come on. As at now, Nigerians have gotten into their neck. We can't be recycling old men as leaders. These are men who had lived and has served in different capacity in this country. Atiku Abubakar cannot say that he has been cheated in this country.
Vice president.
He has been a vice president in this country. Why is older people not coming for that same position? Because they know that time is up. You understand?
He would say that he was supposed to be the president until Obasanjo took it simply because he wanted to compensate the Southwest then. So he believes that role he has still not gotten to. He deserves it.
So why didn't he come out when Buhari came out? That's why didn't he foster the level of coalition during the period of Obasanjo? During the period of Buhari. Whether we like it or not, except we just want to see. Because unfortunately, what I have seen thus far, when I hear people like Dele Momodu and the likes talk, it points to one direction. It points to one direction. I think Atiku Abubakar really, really wants to settle those who have stood by him for as long as now. Because most of them are like, oh God, we have been here, no matter what, don't pull out. I think that's what is happening. Every old politician wants to position himself such that he will dish out to his people, their last supper, a kind of something that they will look back and say, it was nice being loyal to you. That's why you see them sticking their neck. I heard Dele Momodu for the first time. I was disappointed, saying that Atiku Abubakar should be given an opportunity. And old man again, do you know the pressure that is in Nigeria? We need somebody that they say, there's flood everywhere. He say, I'm going to swim through the flood and we are going to get there. That's the kind of person, not someone who will be fidgeting and who will be sweating when, meetings are taking longer than necessary. That's not the kind of person we need.
He needs to even sleep.
You know that needs sleep because some of them, if you look at them, you just know that they can just, they can just sit in, they will sit in a place, but they are not there. That's not the kind of leaders that we need. So whatever we are going to do right now, we must take that into consideration. I don't know if some people are not tired of suffering. That's one of the questions I've been asking. We need to wake up and we need to put the record straight. For the first time, let's see someone who is younger. At least this guy is the youngest among them. Yes. Bola Tinubu today, we do not know his age. Me, I don't know the age of my president. And Atiku Abubakar, thank God we have his record. At least he will be 80 years. Come on, 80-year-old man. Look at, I watched one, I think during the BRICS meeting, President Bola Tinubu was reading his presentation. There was a guy who was directly behind. The guy removed his earphone immediately, dropped on the ground, looked at Bola Tinubu. He was cleaning his ears. After a while, he resorted to checking his phone. Nigerians talked and said, this is not what we want. Why? Because even the reading was not articulate enough. The way he was reading it was not comprehensible enough because I saw him was struggling in the reading. I don't blame him. I can't call him a dull man because I believe in useful days he was better than that. Yeah. You understand? So I can't call him a dull man. But the problem is that he's too old to occupy that position
It's a stressful position.
It's a very stressful position. So that's the issue. We need to correct these things now. People should put sentiment aside. People should stop all these things because some of them are just waiting. They want to be ministers and all of that.
Oh, well, that's going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our conversation. What's your